Welcome to Ocean Chicks Films.
Boom. Was that super loud for you?
No, it wasn't too bad. Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear
Can you hear me?
myself. I can hear myself just because I've got the little earbuds going into the microphone.
Right.
But I can't tell if you can hear me as well as I hear myself.
Yeah, I can totally hear you clearly.
Start yelling through the microphone and
Yeah.
Here, I'm trying to adjust. What I'm going to do is, since I've seen this a billion times now, I'm just turning the sound off. So if we want to kind of make comments, but I've got it set for like closed caption so I can just read.
Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. I was going to watch it on my phone. How am I going to do that?
I've got Microsoft Edge open, and I'm presently on here with Chrome, so that way I can just jump onto that. You can actually share off that if you want, if you're feeling lucky.
I don't know.
If you want to tempt fate.
I don't want. It's okay. We'll just do it. I've seen the trailer like 20 times now, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Katie. How's it going? You're up.
I can't see anybody.
You can't see anybody?
Mm-mm. It says log in.
Really?
Yeah.
Bummer. Well, you can see when I pop people up on the screen, though.
Oh, never mind.
I
went into comments.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
for some reason, like it defaulted and went into private chat, and there was nobody there.
Okay.
So I started talking to myself.
I do that all the time. All the time. We have a fish, actually, so I pretend I'm talking to the fish.
Okay. I usually look behind myself and make sure Reagan's not looking back at
me. You could talk to
the
her
back
too,
of my head.
Yeah,
so I got this fear that like I'm going to be like talking just like this, and she's going to be like looking down, just kind of like how she's got that face, like, and then she's like
yeah, wake up to it
real quick, or her hand kind of starts cramping, and she just kind of does a.
I'd like to see her turn on in the middle of the stream, just randomly.
I don't have her plugged in. I'm actually I have to hook up the power strip in the back.
Yeah, well, then it would be
will activate. Scary. Yeah, she will activate.
Yeah, extra scary. Katie says she talks to herself all the time too, and she said she can hear you. So
okay, good.
Yeah, it's weird. There's 3 people watching, and Katie commented 3 times. So it's 3 and 3. The stream's officially haunted. It's 3. Okay,
that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird, right?
I don't know. It's like we're watching ourselves? Do we count when there's like viewing?
Maybe. I'm not watching myself though. Not on StreamYard, it wouldn't be. So.
Oh, okay.
No, there's invisible shy people. That's all good.
Can you do that? I didn't know you can do that.
You can just watch it
without having to be there.
Interacting, yeah.
What is is it like the incognito feature? Is that what it's like? Oh, okay.
No, like when I have my TV hooked up, it's on my wall, and I put YouTube on because it's a Google Chromecast TV.
Yeah, obviously I'm working off my laptop. You can see it reflecting in my glasses.
Yeah. So I watch YouTube on there, and I often watch on there, and I can't comment unless I'm on my phone as well. So I watch lots of people's channels without interacting.
Every time Popping the Popcorn comes on, I want popcorn.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like I can almost taste like the butter and everything. And maybe next time we do another like trailer reaction, we should pop some popcorn and just have it there.
Yeah, we should. I should do that next time. Next time we're gonna.
It's always gonna be like in the movies where you're already ate 2/3 of the container and the movie hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, totally. Oh my god!
No, I'm out, and the movie just started.
Yeah.
20 minutes of trailers.
I don't know how to say your name, but I'm gonna say Bettina Pyre. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, I know who that is.
You do? Did I say it right?
Yeah, she goes by that.
Okay. That's a cool name.
I don't know if she wants me to give her a real name.
No, she would say. If she does, she can say in
she'll
the
say it.
comment.
I know she will. She'll go, oh, I almost said it, so I won't say it now.
She said yes. I said it right. And Katie says she's just lurking. So that's good. Okay, you guys. I'm not going to wait for a few more minutes because we're just going to stay on for a while. But we've been waiting for this forever. It feels right.
Yeah.
To be able to see this
too
actual trailer and talk about it and rip it apart. Like,
yeah, rip it apart.
Yeah.
We're just wild dogs.
Do you know what's weird? Every
apart.
time I watch it, I see different things in it.
Yeah, I actually noticed a couple things too. I had to like stop and like back up a little. And it's really hard because like when I copied it, you can't always get the images you want to catch.
Right.
You know, it's almost like it's one frame, you know, it's like at a subliminal level. So it's like when you skip back and you only get that offering of like 30 seconds back and you miss it. Or you're sitting there with the pause button, trying to catch it, still can't get it.
Yep.
But you see it when it's playing.
But you see it.
And I did notice a couple things, and I'm sure you have a lot of comments on it. There's a few things I haven't mentioned in my own video, other than when we were talking about waiting for this trailer, and I made that Disney comment. I'm sure you saw that.
The Disney comment?
Yeah, the one, if Disney had made this film, we would have had the trailer like months ago and even had the little toys.
Yeah, that's true.
Now we can play like we're going into the woods.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see what Disney would do to this film.
Really. Oh gosh. Can you imagine?
I don't know how, or even Pixar takes it. And then they advertise it, you know, having the most diabolical villain of all, or whatever they used to do back in the day. You remember when they advertised like the old VHS, and it's always the most outrageous villain of them all. It's always like somebody, but then they say the same thing about somebody else, you know. It's like, oh, they'll be doing 101 Dalmatians. They'll talk about Cruella de Vil and call her the most outrageous villain of all. And then you get another one like the Rescuers, and then you'd have that one woman, and then they're calling her the most outrageous villain of all. You know, just what you think when you're a kid, and you're like, well, I thought Cruella de Vil was the most outrageous.
Yeah, I totally remember that. That's funny you're saying that. But in this case, it could be maybe two villains. We don't know. We're unsure.
See, once this plays out, I kind of got this idea.
Okay,
anyway, I left you a message on that.
Okay.
I don't know if you read it, but it's fine. And it has to do what was in the woods.
Right. I did get it. So we'll talk about that in a sec. Okay, you guys. So what we're going to do is just like a watch party. We're just going to watch on our own devices at home. We're going to rewatch the trailer just so it's fresh in our heads. And then we'll just start diving into it. I wrote down a bunch of stuff, but you know what? We're just going to talk about it.
Yeah, I just kind of shot from the hip. I might have wrote down some names, but that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Okay, tell me when you're 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Okay.
Okay, we got the dad dropping the kids off at school.
It's got me wondering how old they are, or supposed to be.
12.
I thought there was like, it almost looked like elementary school for a minute, just the way they're acting.
Yeah, I would say middle school. And they're walking into the woods. You're right.
Okay, now I got the weird stuff. Yep.
Dad's freaking out. Found the kid. I thought that was kind of cool. She's been gone for 3 days. Okay, this part would freak me out. If my daughter did that in the middle of the night, boom, right there, I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm out of here.
I'd be going, go to bed.
Go to bed. Okay. this flashes me to church. Like I can feel myself there with the quiet.
Now, if this was happening in real life, would anybody actually stand up and see what was wrong with her? I mean, she's got stuff all over her. I would think whoever's up front would come
They would,
closer and say, "Hey,
yeah,
what's wrong? What's going on?" And then try to, like, I don't know,
yeah,
call 911 or something.
yeah. And the voice and the the rock video kind of, CGI thing.
Right.
Uh, Lost it for me a little bit. I love this. I'm so glad that Ellen has come back. I think if she wasn't in it, I'd be a little bit less excited
Well,
to
see,
see it.
that's what I was thinking, is they're kind of using her like the jumping off point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to keep her. I mean, it's one thing that they keep using all this music from the original film.
Right.
And I don't think anybody caught the Night of the Electric Insects playing in segments.
No, I didn't.
And the dress or the gown almost looks like her daughter's when she was
Right.
possessed. And yeah.
I hope that scene, the hospital, isn't like, this isn't the big
I'm getting
reveal.
I'm getting Evil Dead
vibes. Yeah.
I kept getting that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But I guess
We're
that little girl
gonna
is
get
creepy.
you. We're gonna get you. Dead by dawn. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like the last part, and I mentioned this in my video, the
Yes.
last part where they have the flashing.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that band trailer that let me bring this down so I can see. Okay, we're done there. I'm closing my window. Okay. Yep. So did we all get to watch this trailer, or we're just gonna take our words for it?
We'll just start talking about it. I mean, I think a lot of people will probably do this one on the rewatch, so it's all good. I'm dying to hear your thoughts on some of this stuff. I'm dying, like.
Okay, well,
the
I went back
parts.
earlier. Oh, the flashy parts?
Yeah, that you were just talking about.
Oh, like it reminds me of the band trailer.
Okay.
Where they were flashing like in like just in a manner that probably would have set somebody off if they had epilepsy.
Right.
There's like that one. It's on YouTube, and they called it the band Exorcist trailer, the one they wouldn't broadcast because they thought it was too scary. I think part of it was the imagery. I mean, Friedkin was very. He kept the makeups very private. He wouldn't have anybody take any pictures of anybody in makeup, especially Reagan. Otherwise it would spoil it. So it's almost like the difference. We're looking at this trailer, right?
Yeah.
And then you look back on the trailers back in the 70s for The Exorcist, and you didn't really see anything. I mean, there was that one where Marin's driving up to the house, and they're saying the one hope, the only hope, The Exorcist. And he's opened up the door, and you don't have a clue of what's going on unless you read the book.
Right.
Now, this trailer, unfortunately, I feel like I watched the whole movie. Okay, this is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried that we've seen the best parts, and it's just, it's going to be. I mean,
you wouldn't have seen any posters of Reagan in makeup, and here they just kind of, excuse my French, blew their load on this poster with like, okay, these are the possessed girls. Ooh, you want to see this movie now?
Right. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that too, because to me, it's like, where are they going to go from there? Like, you can kind of.
I can probably see maybe they don't figure out what's in the woods to begin with, and maybe that kind of explores that. They might even break away from Ellen Burstyn and bring in Linda Blair. I keep thinking maybe they'll bring in Linda Blair toward the end, so we're all hyped up for the next movie.
Right.
But it makes you wonder because of the titles. Okay, you've got this one, Exorcist Believer. And then in 2025, you've got Exorcist Deceiver.
Is that legit? That's actually
that's legit. They already said that. If you look back on my video, I'll give you the dates.
Okay.
April 18th, 2025, they're going to be putting out the second film.
So that's the name of the second film.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
I thought it was going to be Exorcist Kills and then Exorcist Ends, but
it's going to be called that. That's stupid. You know, I think that's stupid.
What?
The second film, the name?
Deceiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes you wonder what's going on because I kind of looked at this trailer in kind of a different way.
Right.
You know, I tried to focus on what if both girls aren't actually possessed and it's only one?
Right.
Because did you notice how Catherine seems to be, when she came back, she was like the most affected, and
Right.
Angela seemed to be more receptive when she was asked questions, and then you got Catherine standing there twirling the little, out of it, and she's staring in the mirror and all that. So it's
Blind.
almost like, what if she's possessed by the demon and she's kind of influencing her friend somehow, or
Possible.
so it's and it also brought this other thing. When they explore the woods and you see those items flash, like you got the candle with that photo, and then you've got there was like something hanging, and it almost looked like some kind of like a wind chime of some sort, or some kind of, and then you had the little statue of Saint Joseph holding Jesus, and what looked like some kind of wicker doll of sort.
Right.
And so it had me wondering, okay, unless you go down to, say, universalpictures.com, I accidentally found this.
Yeah, I read that too. A lot of people haven't.
It gives a synopsis of what's going on with the father, where he lost his pregnant wife to I guess a Haitian earthquake 12 years ago, and he's been raising Angela all this time. What if they went into the woods and were doing a ritual to try to contact her?
Right.
And then it backfired, and they brought the demon out instead. The demon answered.
Right. You froze up right at that moment. You froze up right
at
that moment. Yeah.
Okay.
That was really spooky.
Something didn't want me to say it.
Yeah.
You know what would have been scary is like if I froze up and then all of a sudden
she started talking.
Reagan's on top of me. All of a sudden she's gone. She left the room.
My daughter's laughing.
Sometimes I do have to look back.
She's good. She's guarding you. It's all good. What I was going to say, when you messaged me that, I thought about it and I was like, what if this whole thing is like some sort of voodoo type of
that's
thing?
what we were thinking
because
too.
You brought up the concept of them talking about of Chris talking about it being, you have to be familiar like with all religion. We're going to need all religions
got that person
to fight
drawing that circle.
Yeah.
And when I first saw it, when they had that photo come out where David Gordon Green's on the floor and he's looking at the circle, I tried to look for it, online and see if I could find something that would match. Then I thought, okay, did the girls go somewhere where there's this circle and that's how they got possessed? But then at the end of the trailer, you see them actually in the circle, like it's some kind of binding means or some kind of protection circle or something to kind of keep them in place, keep them there, keep them from getting away. I don't know. It just kind of gave me that impression, like, okay,
it also kind of
they're secure now.
It also kind of looks like a Pokemon symbol too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think what's funny is what the symbol that they were using in the Pope's Exorcist actually came off a video game.
It did.
And I guess whoever looked it up didn't realize that and thought it was legit.
And someone, Jesus. Jeez. Yeah, so that symbol, that's interesting. So I don't know anything about that kind of thing. So I'd have to research that more, or I don't know what that means. But that's interesting too. So I think people are kind of jumping the gun and just deciding what they think of this movie, which is totally fair enough. But I think there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that could come out of it. I'm not saying I'm in love with this and I think this is going to be a massive success and everyone's going to, go crazy for it. I don't know, because I don't know what's going to happen. But the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, every time I watch that trailer, there's so many things packed in there of directions that they could take with it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What gets me though is Chris McNeil suddenly having this interest in exorcism.
Right. And she was against
I would think that she would be like, okay, I've experienced this. I would never want to go through it again. I want to push it behind and move forward.
Right.
I wouldn't expect anybody to. It's kind of like having Laurie Strode in the Halloween film suddenly become interested in serial killers or something, you know, after she went
Right.
through the experience. You
Yeah.
know, I'm going to research all these people. And
Right. And they're showing her having written this book and
yeah.
with a website or
And it looks like she's kind of like younger. So maybe it happened not too long ago. And it also that photo of Linda Blair
yeah.
in the window. I don't know if it's her window, but it's kind of
Yeah.
got me wondering, is she still alive? You know, she looks like she's part of some kind of new age crystal wind chime or something. You know, her picture's hanging in the.
Yeah.
Did she die? That goes right back to did she die?
I had two thoughts. I was thinking, is that like, you know, did her mom like create that? Yeah, and she passed away, so she's got this thing.
I
Or
would
did
hope so. If you're going to write a book, I wouldn't want to be around for you know, to catch the flack on having this book, especially with Linda Blair going through in real life all the things that she had to go through, and with the whole people calling her devil worshiper for doing the
Yeah.
film, or
Okay, I see
getting
that.
death
Yep.
threats, that kind of thing. I wouldn't want my daughter to go through that. I would like hold back, you know.
Right. Well, it's like the actual kid, the actual boy that was part of the original possession. They completely, you know, wouldn't, his name wasn't mentioned. It took years
No.
and years later before we heard his name.
Sure.
I mean, he worked for NASA after, had a regular life with children and a wife and the whole thing. So yeah, that is interesting that she would go that route. I know. Do you think Linda's going to make a cameo?
I keep hearing she's in it.
Really?
But then I'm not seeing anything where she's acknowledging it. I don't know if she had to sign something to say, "Oh no, you know, I can't talk about
100%.
that." I don't
Yeah.
know.
Or maybe she's not in this film. She's in one of the other
Yep,
films.
she could be in the second one. That's why I was saying if she ended up in like some kind of post-credit scene to get us excited for the next movie.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, look, there's Reagan. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you hope she's in it or not?
I don't know what she's going to do in it. I mean, you know, I'd hate to think they better come up with a logical explanation for the book, and that she didn't suffer any kind of ramifications from this book.
Right.
You know, I used to talk about that with the TV series. I hated what the Chris McNeil character did. I mean, it just didn't feel like something that the mom would have done.
Right.
You know, I know that she suffered a lot of stuff, and it was supposed to be canon to the movie, but you know, when you're looking at the end of the film, they're leaving that house, and unless you've read the novel, it's like 6 weeks later.
Right.
And if that really happened, you would have thought that maybe the leaks came out, and then people would have been outside that house, you know, protesting or whatever, or picketing, you know, saying devil worshiper and all this other stuff that was supposed to happen. And then I guess what was it? According to the show, she was starting a new film, and then all these people came out, and somehow the story got leaked. I don't know how that happened.
Right.
That,
I didn't
you know,
see
I
the
wouldn't.
show.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. I know a lot of
No.
people like the show. I was not a fan of the show, but because of the show, I started my YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Because I had to rant.
You had to get on there and talk about it.
And this was like back 2016 on my other channel.
Right.
I never did bring it onto the new channel. I figured, you know what, I'll just go back and review just the whole season of what I didn't like about it.
Right.
You know, because it's like I didn't feel like the Chris McNeil character. I just didn't feel like the one from the film.
Right.
I don't think she would have done that to her daughter.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So see, there's so many elements to this. It could go in so many different directions. You know, it's going to be like, oh God. I know. I just know it's going to go that way. But I'm
still going to go see it.
Oh, absolutely. Me too.
I've got to review it. I've got to go and do it.
Yeah. No, me too. I'm stoked. Okay, I'm going to go through a couple of the comments here because we got.
I mean, if it's really bad, I probably won't even watch the second one.
No, yeah, I hear you there. Me too.
They're probably gonna have to like look at oh wow, maybe we should change direction. Yeah, make the second one better somehow.
Junebug saying, I just don't have faith in David Gordon Green. Yeah, well, it's really hard to say. I mean,
Well, he already admitted that he was a different voice than Friedkin. I mean,
Oh.
if you really want to see a good interview, and you have Shutter, I think it's what, Shutter TV.
Yeah.
Look up the Joe Bob Briggs Halloween Hoedown from back
Okay.
2021.
Yeah.
It's crazy because looking at I actually read what he was asking on Joe Blow,
Right.
and it's almost like he was asking the right questions. You know, his concerns were in those questions, and the answers just I didn't like the answers at all. It's like, oh no, I know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he had I don't think he has the freedom that Friedkin had back in the 70s. I think the 70s was a perfect time to make this film. I mean, you're looking at a director that just came off of The French Connection,
right?
Who just pulled off this car chase in real traffic, going 90 miles an hour in real traffic. There's, you know, it's not like nowadays where you're like you have an actor for every little point. I mean, he was filming real people going into real hospitals. You know, that was a real the one wherever his mom was. It was a real hospital,
right?
Or even that real hospital room where they did the deal with the what is it, anteriogram? I forgot how to pronounce that.
Angiogram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something like that. And those were real doctors too. So just portraying that, you can't fake that, and you can totally tell when it's an actor almost.
Yeah. Well, and Linda and Ellen were actually injured in the course of this film. You know, like you wouldn't. Well, I guess it could happen still to today, but you know, they're not going to.
Yeah, but it'd be like really blown out. It would have been really blown out, and a lot.
I know people even comparing the two and saying, "Well, it's not going to be as good as the first one." Of course, it's not going to be as good as the first one. Come on, I mean, that was.
I think the only way they could pull it off is if someone else did a remake of The Exorcist and detached it from the Friedkin film. Just let the Friedkin film be its own thing,
right?
Because there's just no way to copy that.
No, I agree.
I mean, you know, he had free reign of whatever he was going to do. I mean, he went to actual locations. To now, I don't think you'd be able to go to Iraq and film what he filmed. He had like about 3.5 hours worth of footage. Right. He could have made a documentary. He said there was so much there that they caught on film, and then they just cut a lot of that. They actually lost some too.
Yeah,
they did lose footage when they came back.
Right. Eric saying, I don't have faith in David Gordon Green either, after how awful Halloween Ends was. Okay, we talked about that. And your friend said, I think it's the girls were trying voodoo.
Yeah, I was kind of getting that impression. Yeah, I was getting that impression just because, like, I guess, you know, like the saints and whatnot, the whole idea of having Jesus in voodoo, you know, I guess they recognize Jesus as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like got me that idea. And so there is someone I know in New Orleans I could probably ask about the doll. If it's even, that's the problem too, if it's even authentic.
Right.
If he went for authenticity. I mean, it's not like it's not like Gordon Green got any technical advisors on set. Right. You know, he had the doctors, and then he had the priests. So he had like 3 of each, I think. Right. I don't know who David Gordon Green had on set.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, it sucks when okay, you've got a film that show real places. You're really in Georgetown. You can even visit the real home, even though they couldn't go inside, and they had to add that little, you know, Reagan's room off to the side to get it closer to the steps.
Right.
But you're actually looking into the real, you know, university, everything like that. And what I'm afraid of for this one is they make up someplace.
Yeah.
It's not going to feel like that place doesn't exist. It's not like The Exorcist. You're just going to make it work. It's going to like the whole snowball effect, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're trying to compare it, but it's already took off and did its own thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. How it's like. What is Junebug saying here? If I was the head of the studio, I think as far as an Exorcist movie, I would pick. What is he saying? Ponos Cosmontos as the director. He did Mandy. I don't know that person. Do you?
What? Where? Who was producing that?
That is Mandy.
Yeah, I keep thinking about who I would rather have done. I might have taken the person that I forget his name or her name. I don't even know who it was. It's got A's in it. The one that did Hereditary, maybe,
and did it,
or the Antichrist film. Just on the shots alone, the one with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
that German director.
Right.
I mean, what really got me was when the son died, and we're looking from inside the what is it? I can't think of it right now. Anyway, they're following it, and you can hear the rain on the window as it's slowly driving. I can't think of the word. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll probably remember like 3 a.m. It's one of those situations.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's hold on a second. Oh, never mind. Give me a second here.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to Google it.
I'll go by Google description. It. Everything's on Google.
I can almost hear it in my head, and it just doesn't want to come out.
Say, okay, describe to me again. I'll see if I can figure it out.
Oh, I will. I'm not. Hearse. Why couldn't I think of hearse?
Because we don't say that word very much anymore. I don't know.
I wanted to say something like coffin car. No, it's like, oh, and I recommended that film. I recommended Antichrist to you, and you did a review of it. I forgot what you said. It was just really bizarre. Really bizarre.
Oh, I loved that movie. Do you know what? I got a copyright claims all through that.
Really?
Yep. Because of
when we watched it the first time, by the first 10 minutes, I was like, I need to buy this film.
Yeah, I loved that movie.
But when they did the shot inside the hearse where the little boy's coffin was,
right,
and you're looking through the window, the back window, and you're watching the parents tread through the rain. Right. You know, you can hear the vehicle and you can hear the rain hitting the glass.
Yep.
I thought that was awesome. I would never have thought of a shot like that.
Right. That was beautifully filmed. You're right. Absolutely. That's interesting.
I would have gave that to somebody like that. So they can appreciate the filmmaking anymore, not looking to put a message in it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what Friedkin has always called himself, or at one point, filmmaker. He doesn't think of himself as a director. He thinks himself as a filmmaker.
Right.
He's probably gonna be like the last one. And I'm hoping to get a interview with him before he's gone, because he's not looking so great. And I even asked Mike Blatty about it, and he said, you probably won't, because he's been in and out of hospitals for the past 2 years. And I had seen him online from something. It might have been this year, it might have been last year. And he's got that look.
Yeah.
He's not so dynamic anymore.
Right.
And getting like on, made walked him in and just sat him down.
Yeah. Getting on here and doing an interview might be a lot for him, I
don't know. He wouldn't have to leave home. At least that's that. So, I mean, there's lots of questions I would want to ask him, especially when it came to what ended up on the cutting room floor.
Right. Oh my God. Are you crazy? Talking to him would be like epic.
Well, that's the thing. I think he's a little vulnerable now. So he's not going to be so, so much like the dog,
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he would intimidate anyone as much as he did before.
Right. So is Mike coming on? Is Mike coming on?
I don't know yet. I don't know. We were talking about going to Portland, and I mentioned it to him because he lives in Oregon and he wants to meet up. I don't know if he'll want to be on YouTube while we're there or just want to visit. I'm still trying to convince him to come on when the film comes out and share his opinion of it, because I think he's going to
Yeah.
go see it. I might even ask him what he thought of the trailer. I mean, he's just going to wreck it. He's
Of
probably going to say,
course.
I didn't even bother watching it.
He could you could do like a pre-recorded type of deal too, where you're
Sure.
not live, and then you could just.
Oh, that's what I
upload
did
it.
with my other one too. My
Yeah.
the last video I did it as a recording.
Oh,
That
did
way-
you?
Yeah, I recorded
Okay.
it, and then I passed it on and did some added a few things from my from other software.
Right.
So it's like when I took the music out, because for some reason it was affecting my audio, off my mic.
Right.
So I played it back, and I'm like, wow, what's going on? So I took the background music out, and it somehow corrected it. So I just went ahead without the music and then added it later.
Right. I just want to back up a step and say, I forgot to say, I'm not sure I said hi to Mayanne. She was here. So hi, Mayanne.
Where'd she
I'm
go?
so sorry. We didn't mean to neglect you. We're paying attention. There's lots of stuff going on here.
Oh, Junebug mentions having that real serial killer in the hospital. The scene where they're
Where did he
prepping
say
her.
that?
It says 8:33 p.m. I just kind of caught that. I just mentioned that. Yeah.
Oh, 8:33? Long time
Yeah.
ago?
Is it? Oh.
No.
I've lost
No,
track.
9:33 my time.
Oh, your time. Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'll look for it.
Oh, even mentioned it
Okay,
must
there's
be
Nan. Yeah.
Pazuzu
Hi,
is why
Nan.
he froze. I can believe that. You start getting those subliminal faces,
The
popping up in
Pazuzu
the
is why he
background.
froze.
It's like the
Oh,
the
hold on.
rumble
I
skirt
got something else to
flashing.
say about that too.
Okay.
Okay, wait. 9:33. Yeah, The Exorcist in the hospital. Okay. Yeah, The Exorcist in the hospital even have a real serial killer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Eric saying The Exorcist is one of the only horror films to make it into the Oscars. And they're predicting that this one's going to do well in the box office too. That's what I've heard.
Who? I'm sure
Everybody.
Jason Blum is probably pushing that, saying, "Oh, it's really scary." But
No,
he was
these
saying
are
that before they
YouTubers.
even made the film.
These are YouTubers that are saying it.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. So I think there's I think a lot of people will go see it, but I think a lot of the horror community we're all gonna rip it apart.
It's got me curious though.
Hey, Cal.
If these are people that actually saw the film, like at the test screens, because everybody I've heard from that did a test screen didn't like it.
Didn't like
They
it.
thought it was
Yeah.
boring and
wasn't scary.
It wasn't scary. I kept hearing that same one.
Yeah, that makes me a little bit nervous, but maybe they fixed it.
Fixed it.
Who knows?
Yeah, that could be.
Who knows?
It's like the difference between the Exorcist 2 when we were doing that, whether it was the theatrical cut or if it was like the home video cut.
Right.
And I think we watched the theatrical one.
Okay.
That Pazuzu doll, I swear, is moving. Which one?
The doll behind you?
Oh, you mean the Reagan animatronic?
That's so cool.
I'm afraid of that happening. I really am. It's probably going to happen. It's going to end up on one of those. You know what? It's probably going to appear on somebody's video, and then it goes like on someone else's channel. That one person, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. It's got that voice. He covers like 15 creepy things. He'll go on and go, number 15.
Yeah.
He always seems to talk like this.
Yeah.
Let's review Exorcist Believer.
Do we see the arm move? Oh,
maybe
her
she's
head
maybe
tilted.
she's just wanting to pat me on the back for doing a good job.
Yeah.
Take off these straps.
She's your friend.
You're my friend.
I was gonna say something and I forget now. Okay, so if we look at the possession side of it, because you were talking about there being 2 girls, and that's weird. Okay, from what I've read with demons, there can be really powerful demons that are capable of possessing more than one person, I believe. Don't quote me on that because I don't know if I know exactly what I'm talking about. So I was thinking it could be that. But then I was also thinking of The Exorcist 3, where we were dealing with bad people that were kind of converted to Satan's side, you know, like Pazuzu's buddies, henchmen. If maybe there's like more than one demonic entity or something, or evil soul.
I was,
that
you
is
know what I was
possessing,
thinking?
if you will.
Okay, to me, it seems like Catherine's the worst of the two.
Right.
She's the most severe case, and Angela is not so bad off as Catherine is. You know, with the whole eyes thing. I mean, when they were in the hospital, like I said, it seemed like Angela was like more coherent.
Right.
And, you know, because you see that scene where Catherine's just kind of like in a zone and she's playing with like the blinds.
Yep.
And then she's staring in the mirror, and it seemed like Angela was still able to talk to her dad and all that. I guess we really don't know. I mean, we're only going by from what the trailer's telling us, but it almost feels like maybe it was two beings. Maybe if there was some kind of ritual where she tried to bring back the dead and the mom.
Right.
What if maybe I don't know, maybe the mom actually passed through into Angela, and the demon followed, and it's somehow an influence on her.
Right.
Kind of.
Right. And then we don't know what the mother was into either.
No.
What if the mother was dabbling in voodoo?
And what was she doing in Haiti?
Exactly.
Because
like,
when I read that, I thought maybe Leslie Odom Jr.'s character was going to be Haitian, but he doesn't seem to like have any kind of accent. Not saying that he ever had an accent. You know, he's just kind of like he grew up here. I kind of get that impression.
Yeah.
You know, what were they doing in Haiti? Maybe the mom was Haitian and she was into some stuff, or the family was into some stuff.
Yep. Yep. It could be. You know what I hope doesn't happen, though? That we don't find that part out until the third film.
Yeah, that could be. We're going to stretch this out. I think it depends on whether they wrote it well enough, you know, to where everything kind of intertwines. I mean, I skipped the Halloween trilogy, so I survived.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it.
And so I kept hearing about the third one.
Right.
You know, the character that seemed to take over where Michael Myers left off. Right. I mean, okay, to anyone that's seen that trilogy, did you say you've seen the whole thing, all three of the new Halloween movies? No. Okay. So is there anybody in the group here?
I'm sure Junebug
comments has anyone seen all three films? I'll wait for answers.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
We'll put on the music. We'll put on the music from Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
As a Christian, manipulative. Usually, it is just.
Oh yes, unfortunately. Okay, the question I have is that one character in the third film, the one I can't remember his name, that kind of takes over where Michael's powers. Was he ever in the second one?
Gotcha. That's a good.
You know, because you would think that, okay, if we're going to have this character in the third one, which they probably did, it's like, oh, we got to think of something. You know, we got to write something real quick.
Yeah.
You know, incorporate, you know, so you kind of flesh him out and kind of get an idea of, you know, this kid. You know, they could have had him killing people in the second film, and we'd only automatically assume it was Michael.
Right. Oh, he says no.
It was a random character that they added. See, I wouldn't have done that. You know what? I would have tried to intertwine everything in all three films so it made more sense. So it was a little bit more coherent. You don't just throw that in there. Oh, and then this duck came.
Yeah.
And it's all because of this duck.
Yeah. So now you're saying we have to watch the Halloween. We got to watch the Halloween trilogy now, you're saying.
I'm going to watch that.
And make comparison notes.
No, I'm not going to do it. Nope. Not me.
Exactly, because that's how you make a narrative trilogy. Is he agreeing with you?
I'm gonna say that what they should have done, they had the rights to Nightmare on Elm Street and put Freddy in there, and everybody assumed it was Pazuzu all this time. And he pulling that, how sweet, Fresh meat.
Oh, sad. Very sad. What else? The tubular bells.
Oh, you mean like here? Let's get
Little-
everybody hyped up using
Yeah,
all the
did you
music
like
from the
that?
original. Yeah, if you know that noise that you hear at the hospital, that that part, that's
Yep.
actually off of Night of the Electric Insects.
Is it?
And that track
Mhm.
you would recognize because it's the scene where Karis comes into Reagan's room and she's asleep, and you see "Help Me" appear on her
Yep.
stomach.
On her stomach, yeah.
That's Night of the Electric Insects. That's
Right.
the track they used.
Speaking of the words on her stomach, I wonder what they'll do for this one. I guess the
Well,
cross, upside down cross on her
yeah, I
head.
keep hearing from like all these other reactions or comments on the trailer, you know, like how they remember it. Yeah, and the daughters had Reagan's name scratched across. One person said it was Reagan's name scratched on their stomach, and another person said it was Chris McNeil's name scratched on her stomach, and that it didn't look like, you know, like in this trailer, it didn't look like it was scratched on anyone's stomach.
It looked like on a wall or on a fence
Yeah,
or
it
something
looked like
like
it was
that,
on a
right?
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
thought of it actually in terms of them being out in the woods, whatever they were doing, and it was
I
scratched.
don't know. Maybe it was did it appear after? Yeah, it could have been in the woods too. Somebody
Yeah.
could have gone back out there, kind of looking around, and then
Yeah.
seen the name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting. You know that you were talking about the trailer, the end, the flashing light images
Yeah,
that were kind of happening.
the
Do you
band
think
trailer.
of that
That's
as
what I was
like
trying to remember.
an X-ray kind of thing? Or like
No,
a
honestly, in my opinion, I think they were trying to do what the band trailer did.
okay,
That whole effect. That's my opinion.
right. It just felt very disconnected from it. It kind of pulled me out of it a little bit. I was like,
You know what's funny? In a way, it reminded me of Altered States.
did it?
You know, the flashing when he would transform.
Yeah.
Like when he's in the I forgot what they call those chambers.
Yeah, that's what I'm yeah.
And then there's a lot of flashing lights and whatnot. I'm pretty
Like an
sure
M
that didn't
is it an
happen
MRI?
on site. I don't think that actually happened on site. I don't know. Could be. You
Like
know,
an
it could have
MRI
been
machine
across
or
a
something?
monitor machine. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Maybe something
flashing.
like that. Yep.
That's what it made me think of. And then it made me think the poster, that's what they were trying to do with the poster. You know, give that kind of black and white flash type of deal.
Yeah. I kind of got more of the impression that they were just kind of going by like a lot of the images that we've seen in the past of Linda Blair and the makeup. Because there's like a
Right.
bunch of like the black and white ones.
Right.
And so I kind of got that impression. You know, I put that in my poster video because I just kind of did it like like the two girls, and then I put Reagan in the middle and try to do a comparison. I think they did pretty good on the makeup. I'm not sure what's up with this this balding situation.
Right. Yeah, what is
Is
that
she's
about?
pulling her hair out, or is she just
Must be.
losing her hair? What's up with that?
Yeah, that's kind of
It's
weird.
like high testosterone levels when you're possessed or something.
Right.
When you start losing your hair,
You
and
had
bulking
said
up and then instead of like a demon voice, you start sounding like Arnold.
yeah. I don't like the
Mother,
demon-
make it stop. Get to the chopper.
Did you in your video that you just did, you were talking about you didn't really like the way that they brought up like the way the girl is saying mother, or did you like that? How they're kind of
You know what I would
referencing
have
that.
done? What I would have done, I would have pulled one of those like in the original, you know, when Karis is in the room and he's thinking he's seeing his mom on the bed, and it sounds like the mom.
Right.
You know, it's slight distorted. In this one, it sounds more like the girl just, you know, trying to do a Linda Blair imitation. I would have actually taken that one track, you know, where she's like laying on the bed and then you hear, "Mother, what's wrong with me?" You know, all those scenes you recognize.
Right.
It's funny because there's been a couple trailer reactions where they thought they heard her say, "Stop it, it's burning."
Yeah, but
And
she
I didn't hear
doesn't.
that. I didn't
I
hear that.
didn't hear that either. I heard
put
it
that
hurt.
on. I put that on like closed caption, and she wasn't saying that according to what the closed caption said. It was
I
hurting.
wonder why. I wonder why, because
I
that would have
don't
been more
know.
effective, because that sticks in my head. What she's
I
saying,
would have
it's
I would
burning.
have had her sound just like Linda Blair back in the day. That would have been freaky. I
Yeah.
think that would have freaked me out because you're like thinking you're reliving, you'd be reliving that whole situation. But
Right.
when it's
And
somebody just mocking it, I felt like she was just mocking it.
yeah. And it makes you
But
think of the fact that Linda was like, her back was breaking during that flipping thing, and that's why
yep.
she was in so much pain. Yeah, okay. I know. I thought of that right away. I was like, why isn't she saying it burns? Like, that's what she said. She didn't say it's hurting me.
I don't know. Maybe somebody got the line wrong.
Maybe.
But then, and
Maybe.
you know, it's hard to say what's going to happen in the film, because like when that scene came on, I made the comment. It sounded like when Chris responded, "We've met before." It almost felt like it was out of context. You know, we've met before.
Yeah.
But then it's funny because why didn't the demon acknowledge that? I mean, if it was Pazuzu, why didn't it call her Sal's mother or something like that?
Ah.
You know,
maybe in the full movie we'll see more of that kind of thing. But yeah, I agree. And when we've met before, I was like, oh, barf. Like,
but it sounds
stupid.
you know, when the conversation's going on, it almost sounded like it came off of something else in a way, like something else was mentioned, and they just kind of tried to impress that thought that this is Pazuzu and all that. I'm just not getting a Pazuzu vibe from this.
No.
I mean, when you're watching the first one, it's like Pazuzu was violent.
Yeah.
And was torturous even to Reagan. They had to strap her down. And that's the other thing that gets me. Why aren't these two strapped down? I mean, you see like the restraints on the bed, but how did they get out? How did that work?
Right. Yeah.
They go Super Saiyan or something and broke them.
Yeah. Because of the two girls, I kept thinking about Exorcist 3, how there was more demons involved and it wasn't just Pazuzu. I don't know. That's kind of the feeling.
Well, what's funny is like with
this.
Exorcist 3, there shouldn't have been a demon really. I mean, it was Patient X, and the studio wanted an exorcism, so they can call it Exorcist 3. That's where they got Father Morning.
Right. Oh,
but then
go ahead.
But then I would be able to deal with Exorcist 3 the way that we've seen it now. But like the way Blatty had it, it just had Brad Dourif playing Father Karras, and I would have had a hard time dealing with that, because it's like, you know how people say, well, Linda Blair is Reagan, you know? To me, Jason Miller is Father Karras. You know, I can't imagine anyone else playing Father Karras. I mean, I can deal with George C. Scott playing Kinderman. He just doesn't feel like the same Kinderman, you know, the Lee J. Cobb character.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
different.
He works, but anybody else playing Father Karras, no, I just can't do it.
Okay, what if they bring they bring her back?
Oh,
it's not Linda Blair.
I got a Turkish Exorcist vibe from this. Oh man. I don't know, because it's like they probably have to change like the house. You notice all the weird things in that what was it? The Satan film. It's like, look at how they really like chandeliers, you know, they're just like all over the place. And then you go up to Reagan's room. Well, it's not Reagan, they call her Ghoul.
Right.
Her name is Ghoul.
Yeah.
You go up to the little girl's room, and she was like 13 or something like that. And for some reason, she looked like she was older. She could have been as old as the mom.
Yeah.
I was kind of getting this Julia Louis-Dreyfus vibe or something like that. But the wallpaper, you know, if I had to be in a room like that, I'd be sick. I mean, it was like the Doppler effect everywhere you look.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's just atrocious wallpaper.
That movie's totally different. Like this one's definitely got an Evil Dead Rise vibe. It's going to have a lot of that crazy rock music video kind of imagery and stuff going on in it. You know, it's going to, because that seems to be the way that they go with everything.
I don't know.
Crazy, you know. But yeah, no, different. I think different for sure. I was going to say, what if Linda Blair doesn't come back, but they replace her with a different actress. And Reagan's
Well,
a
you know, it
different
used to be
actress.
there was that rumor that Ann Dowd was going to play Linda Blair
Right.
or play Reagan. But now it looks like she's playing the nurse, and I think the nurse's name is Paula.
Okay. You said the nurse is the neighbor. The nurse is the
Yeah,
neighbor.
I read that she was a neighbor, but she's also the nurse, and you've seen her in the screen or
So what
in the
does
trailer.
that mean? What do you think they could play with that?
Well, I read somewhere that she's the nurse that kind of takes care of the girls while they're in this state.
Right.
So, you know, they show her on I don't know where they are. If it's some kind of abandoned hospital room. I'm still trying to figure out how they got the equipment, if it is if some other, like a house or something, you know,
Oh, so
where they
you're
got this
thinking,
circle. But then I started thinking maybe they had made the circle on a separate board and brought it into the room.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I thought maybe that they
Maybe I'm
were
totally
in.
wrong about everything.
I thought maybe to me when I watched it the first time, and I have to watch it again, is the dad's uncovering like that circle is that circle was in the girl's room, and he was like finding it,
Oh, did
and
you
that it,
see that? Is that in the trailer?
well, you know when you see the circle in the room, yeah, that's in the trailer, isn't it?
Well, I've seen it, but I've seen somebody on the floor drawing it, and I didn't recognize who it was because I actually
I
froze
thought it
that
was the
scene.
dad.
No, whoever it is has a smaller frame, I think. If you're
Oh,
able to go
okay.
back and pause
Yep.
it,
I will
there's an
definitely.
actress, and I can't even pronounce her name. I think she's going to assist with the exorcism.
Okay. Interesting. Gosh, see, 3-minute video. Everyone's jumping on it. There's so much there. Look at all the stuff we've talked about tonight. Like,
Mhm.
and there's so many possibilities.
Well, look at all the images they flashed.
Every time I watch it, like we
We
were
basically
saying,
saw the whole movie in a
I
way.
hope not. That's why I hope not.
Yeah,
Probably
they
though.
just don't seem to make trailers like they used to. I mean, it's like you look back on
No.
like ET when the trailer came out, you never got to see the alien.
No.
They
Everything
made
was
sure of
very
that. You
hidden
know,
and
it's very
obscure.
hidden. It's like, I got to go see it now.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like you basically saw the whole film.
Junebug said he was only fooling. Okay, good. You can still
About
be in
what?
our circle then. About the Turkish, about Satan.
Oh, you know what? I got a copy of that too.
Of Satan?
The Richard Pryor
Richard Pryor? Oh,
the SNL skit that's got Richard Pryor. Are you talking about the one that's got Lorraine Newman playing the Reagan character? You know the other guy that's in there with Richard Pryor, is that the same actor that's in Abby that plays the priest?
I don't know. That circle is what is that?
Vivi?
Yeah, what is that? Do you
I
know?
don't know, but I'm gonna be looking it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm Googling it right
so
now.
the actor that's alongside Richard Pryor is the priest in Abby? Because I could have sworn it
Junebug's
was.
saying yes. Junebug's actually really well a knowledge of all these movies.
It's funny because we were just watching that on YouTube not too long ago. That whole skit, and it was supposed to be like Exorcist 2, and it's snowing in the room.
Jeez. Oh, a V is it short form for positive negative?
That circle is a VV. I wonder if there's a picture because I've been trying to find something like that. So let's type it in real quick.
I'm not finding a picture of it though.
Try
Um,
images. I don't know.
would that be connected to voodoo?
Probably.
I kind of get nervous researching this kind of
Here,
stuff.
if I type.
Oh, it is. It is. I think. Right? Does that look like it?
I don't know. Hold on.
Look
I've
up.
seen all kinds of different weird images in here.
Veve, you guys.
Veve?
Oh,
She says it's
for calling
Veve.
spirits forward. It's from Haitian Buddhism.
Oh,
Okay.
Haitian voodoo? Okay. Hold on.
It's for calling spirits forward?
Yeah, that's what she said it was.
Okay.
I'm putting in Haitian voodoo and
So then
Veve. You know,
so
that
then
sounds like someone's nickname.
It does. So, but then that says it clearly right there that obviously that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, when it mentioned, okay, it's got Louisiana voodoo art, Berinvonn, Haitian voodoo art. You know, I might ask a friend of mine in Louisiana,
You should.
Balthazar, because he's a practitioner there. He's also one of the vampires in New Orleans.
Okay. Junebug says he'll protect me from all this stuff. How are you going to do that, Junebug? This actually, if this is the direction they're taking and they're connecting it to, the Catholic kind of concept from before with the exorcism and Pazuzu and all that kind of thing, or Christian, this could be good. This could be really creepy and scary, actually.
You know, for the second one, they could probably cast the spirit out of the girls and put it into a doll, like a My Buddy, and then we can have a whole new version of Child's Play.
I hope not. Don't say that, Annabelle.
Yeah,
The
but she didn't
Annabelle
walk
doll.
around really. What's a more current kids doll? I don't know, Elmo. Possess Me Elmo or something.
Yeah. I don't know. Barbie.
Yeah, it'll be a whole new Barbie.
Barbie. Yeah.
Exorcist Barbie. That's all we need. The
Exorcist
Reagan McNeil Barbie.
Yeah.
The Reagan McNeil Barbie. I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought about doing that. You know, take one of those Barbie dolls, like the teenage ones that have about the same color hair colors,
Monster
Linda Blair,
High.
and then kind of DIY
You can.
like a Reagan Exorcist Barbie.
Yeah, you can.
That would be
And then you
interesting.
could sell them. That could be part of your channel.
I'm trying to find something that's like, if I can come up with a really decent mold of her face and then just heat up the existing Barbie and just press it right in there. And then
there's stuff on YouTube,
repaint
like
it.
People do that. Actually, you should do that. That would be really cool.
I think the closest I could probably come up with, I'd probably need one of those 3D printers. Have you seen some of the the dioramas?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I actually ordered one instead of
Did
buying
you?
it's probably just going to come in pieces. I'm going to have to glue it together and paint it. But they come
Right.
out really well. They come out really nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Ancient Christian Secret. He's joking around. They could do that. Elmo says your name all because there was an actual kid. Elmo said, "Kill James." The kid's name was James. You could reprogram your Linda Blair doll there, your Exorcist doll.
Oh, that would be something if you can put your own sayings on there. There's a few things I wish you would say.
That'd be cool.
But I don't. I think you'd have to like get into the voice chip or whatever they have that on.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if like "Tickle Me Elmo" in the original Exorcist and Linda Blair's there going,
Jeez.
"Tickle me Elmo. Do you think my mom's pretty? Tickle me Elmo. Tickle me Elmo. That isn't very nice. Well, maybe he's sleeping. You think?" He's running around in the basement by himself. That's freaky.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, what else did we want to talk about?
I don't think I can do Elmo's voice. I used to be able to, not anymore. It's like, yeah, I don't even want to try it. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and it's gonna get in my head, and that's all I'm gonna think about all night long. Yeah,
that little voice.
Keep away! The sow is mine.
That was good. You should record that.
I didn't. You did.
I did. Yeah.
It's on your video now.
We get demonetized.
Yeah, demonetized. Hee.
Yeah. Ha,
You might
ha.
loosen the straps then. I am not Reagan.
Echo's laughing. Ah, Echo. Imagine proclaiming a
mother's in
Berinvonn and
here,
you could say
Clarice.
fill blank troll name. Yeah.
and when she throws up, why you just dub that? That would be
Oh my
so
God.
funny if you could put that in there and laughs right afterwards.
Oh my God. Now I want to look to see on Amazon if there's a doll like that. Maybe there
That's
is
fine.
already.
We'll have to DIY that one.
Yeah, for sure. You make it
Possess
and I'll do
me,
the
Elmo.
recording. Sad.
It does make me want to dub over that scene though, especially if it throws up. If Reagan throws up and sounds like Elmo, possessed by Elmo. What is it? What is it? Just
That
add
would be
laugh.
scary.
That would be so funny.
That would be the kind of doll that would start talking in the middle of the night all by itself.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Elmo hungry.
Oh,
Elmo wants to play with the Ouija board.
yeah.
Now the
Oh,
giggle's starting to sound like Elmo there. Your giggle's starting to sound like Elmo's laugh. I'll just dub over your voice.
Oh, my face hurts. Oh, at least I'm not scared of voodoo anymore, so that's good.
Or Elmo.
To be able to sleep tonight without
Get scared
nightmares.
of Elmo instead.
Yeah, I always was scared of Elmo. When I first time I saw The Exorcist, I was at my grandparents' place. Ironically, my grandma actually made split pea soup. Needless to say, I had to run to the bathroom. Oh, gross! You know, the first time I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre at home, I rented it.
I had a chainsaw.
My mom made this ravioli with like red sauce, and I ate that. I was watching that movie. It was good. It was fun times.
Was the movie good or was the ravioli good?
Both
Okay.
equally as good, but it was kind of gross
Did
when
she
you
wear
think about it.
a mask when she made it?
Did she? No. So funny. But I remember that. I fondly remember that. But it could have been grossed out because it was kind of like eating blood.
Nowadays it's Leatherface.
Echo says, I used to be able to get my voice to that pitch, but it is hard to do.
It is.
Well,
It's hard. I'm actually surprised that I was able to pull that one off. I'll probably wake up in the morning. Oh,
you'll be sore throat.
I don't know what's wrong with me now.
Crazy. So are you gonna? So everybody, you got to go check out Exorcist reviews. Sub to his channel. Go check out his latest video. In-depth review of this trailer, and you're gonna have tons more, and it's such a good channel. I'm so impressed by the last video that you did, how you figured it all out and did it. Like, wow.
Well, I just jumped on the StreamYard. It was like, I gotta really try this. I put money into it. Well, I better use it.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd probably use it more on like live interviews than trying to do recorded. But I wanted to get myself on there, do with the trailer, and you'd be able to try to, view the trailer and all that. But, it just didn't seem like I had enough oomph. I had to add a little more to it. So I took it back and ran it through a different software and put it out.
Yeah. No, you did a great job. I was watching it going, what the hell is going on here? When did you learn this?
What the hell?
It is like, what are you talking about? You don't know how to do this kind of stuff.
Man, I'll tell you though, it was easy to do the StreamYard.
Yeah.
But for some reason, my other software was crashing. I didn't get it out till almost like 2 a.m.
That always happens.
And it kept making me freeze. You could hear my my voice, and then you just see me just kind of sitting there going, hey, how's everybody? And I'm just kind of, it's always that awkward Forrest Gump look,
Yeah. Yeah, the technology side of it. Yeah, that always happens.
So and so I figured maybe if I kind of condensed it a little bit, it'd catch better. And there's like certain areas, like when there's like drawn out fade outs, that's where it was happening. So I'm kind of trying to tweak these things out and keep that from occurring. Plus, I want to upgrade.
Well, that's
I
the thing, right? Yeah,
yeah.
upgrading and getting the better
Yeah,
stuff.
before we were talking about what both getting new laptops or computers or something
Yeah,
a little bit more heavy
or
duty
hard drive. Yeah,
hard drive. Yep.
yep,
I got a lot
absolutely.
on my laptop that just slows everything down, but I just don't
Yeah.
have any place to put it. Bunch of flashcards, that's about it. But I'm
When I
always afraid
do
one of those will break and then I'll lose all that stuff.
when I do things in StreamYard, I tend to, as soon as I'm done editing and doing the podcast and the whole thing, I'll delete stuff out, because if there's too much stuff, or if you plan too much stuff ahead in StreamYard, everything kind of lags and it crashes
Oh yeah.
more. And yeah,
Well,
and I
the
don't think.
videos. Oh, sorry. The
No, go
videos
ahead.
I've made so far, I've went ahead and just erased because a lot of them are just kind of like testing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's a
and
good idea to do that. But
the ones that I saved, I actually just downloaded and then just erased it out of StreamYard.
yeah, because I don't think it's necessarily, I mean, it could be your internet connection, but I don't think it is. I think it's just like with our phones. If you have the latest model,
Yeah,
everything functions. And,
yeah.
if you've got something that can't handle, because I would expect StreamYard, even the last 6 months, has become a huge, huge space taking, file to
I
have.
I have noticed a lot of people are using StreamYard that I've tuned into on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
it's the
that's kind of
easiest
cool.
one, I think, to use. I think it's the most user friendly.
Yeah, it seems like it.
So, and it's
Definitely.
affordable too. Like, you can do it for free. You don't have to have the paid version. But it's nice to have the paid version because then you can do more stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, I ended up getting that. I figured, like I said, if I
it's
pay
worth
for it,
it.
I'm gonna probably use it more.
Yeah, I
But
do too. Yeah. Yeah, I just got
yeah,
the basic one kind of thing. So, yeah, absolutely. Well, we've been going an hour and 12 minutes, so we went a little bit over our time, like we had said. What else did Junebug say here? Last comment. Oh yeah, try living in rural Kansas in the middle of nowhere and all the internet problems. Yeah, I feel for you there too, for sure. Echo saying StreamYard is also the fave of Echo.
cold-blooded killers.
Stop, Echo, stop.
I don't know why that reminds me. My girlfriend likes to watch those cooking videos or the baking videos, and
Yeah.
I made a comment about having Jeffrey Dahmer on the show and have him failing, and he's kind of standing like there, and he's like, "Well, I guess no one likes my baking and the cookies I made. I guess I'll have to find something else to do." And that's where it started.
We're sick and twisted. We are. Okay. Well, I guess we'll wrap things up. Do you have anything planned coming up soon that you're working on, or?
Yeah, actually, I was going to talk. I was going to put another video out
Okay.
talking about that trailer, just kind of like some additional notes.
Yep.
There's actually been somebody on my, I can't remember if it's in my Instagram or he might be in both the Instagram and
Okay.
my subscribers that seems really knowledgeable about
Mhm.
a lot of this stuff and pretty much on the same page that I'm on.
Right. Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Chris McNeil. And there's a few people out there on Instagram that seem to have some insight about a lot of the things that are happening with the Legacy trilogy.
Right.
And I've been trying to kind of listen to what they had to say. I thought one of them was like posted about how the posters were coming out, and you know how people are out there and they're always saying that this is going to happen and this is going to happen. I'm like, yeah. And you try to weed those people out, but then it's like trying to weed out those stupid, I'm sorry, but stupid concept trailers where you're led to believe it's the official trailer. You click on it and it's not.
Yeah. Frustrating.
But they ended up getting that view, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I know. I hate that too. That
But
bothers me so much. But
this particular person was spot on when it came down to when the posters were coming out.
Yep.
When the trailer was coming out for Oppenheimer, and then when it was supposed to come out online. So I've been kind of listening to this person
to see if you can collab and connect too.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that too.
But
also I've got that mini series that I've been working on forever and a day.
Okay.
The Blatty mini series.
Yep.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm working on a video for that. It's going to be The Exorcist, the version you never saw.
Okay, cool. I'll look forward to
So-
that for sure.
No, there's nothing in here.
There's nothing in there.
It's just the cover. It's for effect. I was gonna pull it off my shelf for the video and then start from there. And there's probably gonna be a bunch of people watching it going, "How come I don't have that?" They go looking for it on Amazon or something like that.
Yeah.
Or put up a fake Amazon page where it's got it on sale. Somebody's selling the version you never saw, the Exorcist miniseries, and you can definitely, if you do it right, people will go on there looking for it.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Where is it? It's gone.
Funny. But yeah, I think you should collab with that person for sure. Because a lot of the stuff that you were talking about before, you were right about, that kind of came out, little tidbits and things. So
Well, I was getting it from other people. I was like,
no.
that sounds about right, and it just seems to be coming out that way. And it's just like, even like the second film, the title of the second film, Exorcist Deceiver.
Yeah.
I got that from somebody else. I wish I had that ability to have like some kind of
You will.
somebody in the inside.
You will.
giving that information.
Yeah.
But it's just little things, I try to keep track of what's being posted out there, and sometimes I'll do screenshots.
Yep.
And then kind of keep that in the back of my head,
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
where
we
you got to get some of these people and interview some of these people from within these films, because that's how you learn a lot of stuff, actually, a lot of legit stuff. But you'll get there.
Well, when it comes to
We're gonna learn.
the Exorcist, they keep dying off, and so it's
I
like,
know.
I
Yeah.
should have went for the interview. Why did I wait so long?
Yeah.
I
true.
feel bad. I always wanted to interview Bill Blatty, of course. I didn't expect him to pass.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, he was getting there in age, but I didn't realize it was going to be that time back 2017.
Yeah, I know, it's sad. I know, makes us feel old. 50 years ago. 50 years.
Mhm.
Yikes.
At least I was able to talk to his son, so that's good. And usually I try to confirm stuff with him.
Yeah, that's
about
good.
certain things, and if
Yeah.
he knows anything that I don't know, and a lot of times, like when it came to the miniseries, like I don't know, let me go check it and look it up.
Right.
And I haven't found anything on that. I
Yeah.
did find, and it's funny because some of the books that you wouldn't think reference The Exorcist, like Finding, I think it was Finding Peter.
Okay.
I found some stuff that dealt with him writing the novel.
Right.
There's like passages that are in there that I haven't found anywhere else. It's almost
Right.
like not to think that you'd find it in anything else that he's written. So I made sure that like I've got books on that.
Right.
I still have to go through. There's like, I tell them I remember you, and that kind of reflects on his mom. And
Right.
it's kind of like Father Karras was pretty much Bill Blatty, as far as like his mother was when she died and all this.
Right.
But I mean, okay, Father Karras didn't go out and write The Exorcist, but
Mhm. Yeah.
actually, that's the other thing I thought was a bizarre notion. You know how, like, okay, we've got the Roland Doe case, and then Bill Blatty tries to write about it and creates The Exorcist. So within the Exorcist films, you have somebody who finds out the Reagan case and does the same thing that Bill Blatty did. That would be bizarre.
Right.
And then there's a movie about Reagan, but they don't use Reagan. They have somebody else. It'd be The Exorcist, but like in some alternate universe, kind of different title or something, Possessed or something.
Right. Yeah.
I know it's a little bit out there. So, I don't expect anybody. I don't think David Gordon Green would be sitting there going,
You should do a fan film. You could do a fan film.
Yeah, I could probably do. I actually wanted to animate it. I wanted to do a Rankin Bass kind of version.
Then nothing like that exists.
No.
There you go. Multi-million-dollar idea.
Do you remember those? What is it? The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
Like that.
like a claymation.
It would
kind
be
of
a horror musical fantasy.
stop motion thing.
Yeah, it'd be
You
like
could
that. It'd be so expensive to do, though.
maybe
You know,
not
I don't know
though.
how long it would take to make the figures and then
I
the
have a
rooms and
friend
stuff.
who is doing a second claymation kind of dealio.
Oh,
So if you need some tips,
I
like I
might
got you
try
hooked
that.
up, man.
I kind of dabbled in that. I didn't think about claymation. It's
Yeah,
just a matter. It's like, okay, you know,
or stop
working
motion.
working full time and then trying to set aside time to do these things. It takes a long time to animate like that. You
Yeah,
know,
of course.
doing the little
Anything
motion.
does. Any of this stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's been all night, but I got 5 minutes in.
Yeah. No, it's been 6 months, but I got 5 minutes in.
Oh, there's another video I want to do. It's going to be kind of off the beaten path. My recommendations for like the top 5 companion books for The Exorcist.
Oh, brilliant. I love that.
So one,
I'm looking
it's
forward to
going to
that.
start off as like a short. So I'll just show that, and then I'll have another video where it kind of breaks down why these books, I consider these books
Right.
like a companion book.
I'm excited because now because of StreamYard and meeting with the community, you're kind of getting more and more ideas and ways to kind of put stuff out there. So I'm really excited because you're a wealth of knowledge for all of this Exorcist stuff.
I just started collecting stuff. I didn't mean to go down this path. It just started with a rant on the whole Fox television series, and then I went down the rabbit hole, and I didn't realize a lot of stuff about Blatty and the film and just pursuing that. Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing an Exorcist 2, the Heretic video also. It's kind of like in the back of my head. Where I'm going to discuss how it's actually from an alternate universe. Remember when we did the video and I noticed all these differences in the room?
The watch party,
yeah. And it all started with those outlets on the walls. Like, man, that's where is he?
The outlets.
And then the door missing. The door missing in Reagan's room. It's like, where'd it go? And then when like the bathroom door comes off, there's nothing behind it. You know, when the house is breaking down, it's like, okay. But
hey, man, 3D movie cinema is in the house. People keep asking me this synopsis for Exorcist Believer, and I give them a fake one. Justin Bieber is having a concert. He pulls out a Ouija board and becomes possessed.
You're gonna have to think of a song that would go well with that, though.
The Elmo song.
No, it have to be a Justin Bieber song, and nothing comes to mind. With you,
I got nothing. Oh gosh. Actually, if none of those books have been made into movies, sometimes you can get the rights to a book for as cheap as $1 if the author likes you. That's true.
What do I have to do?
Hey, Anthony, how's it going? What are you doing up so late? What time is it now? 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30 in the morning. What are you doing up so late?
I also thought of like a
Awesome.
casting video where like they're testing out different voices for the demon. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
The scene in this Dub It. You know, I thought of this one where, you know, when the doctors come in and she's like bouncing on the bed, and then all of a sudden she sits up, and then it would be something like Terrence Stamp from, as you know, like in his General Zod voice. You know,
Yeah.
she just kind of comes up, keep away, the sow is mine. Son of Jor-El.
When the actress that did the original voice, I forget her name now.
Mercedes McCambridge.
Mercedes McCambridge, yeah.
I honestly don't think she did some of the earlier voices.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think she did all of them. I think some of them were done with Friedkin, and I read somewhere Ron Faber.
Really?
Yeah, he was trying to claim that he did some of the voicing too. Like the initial ones. I mean, when she was like in full possessed mode, it sounded like Mercedes McCambridge. But when you know, when she was doing the crucifix scene, it didn't really sound like Mercedes McCambridge. It just didn't have that. You know, it's kind of like you can tell in someone's voice when it's like, okay, that actor sound the whoever's voicing sounds like so and so, and sometimes you're right. It's like with Exorcist 3, you can totally hear Colleen Dewhurst's voice.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know who did the voice in Exorcist 2. I don't care. It could have been like the Key Grip's girlfriend or something, just for money.
Yeah.
It was actually the best boy.
Right. Junebug saying to 3D movie cinema, I will see the movie as long as it ends the way everybody wants it to end. The priest sits there and says, oh, well, it's Justin Bieber. Oh, let's stop picking on Justin Bieber. Come on. You're watching movies. Cool. That's what I'm going to do after too. Poor Justin. Yes, that is true. Mercedes did some of the later voices basically because they wanted, as William described it, he wanted an older woman smoker. Yeah, because didn't they film some of it and then they decided to get her to do it and convince her?
There was another actor, I forget his name, but he's done a few records. They tried him out. It just sounded like a man.
Okay.
I forget who the actor was. And I remember Friedkin mentioning that he wanted someone that sounded like both.
Okay.
And then Mercedes McCambridge came to mind.
Right. Friedkin did a bunch of talks at different schools and acting schools and universities and stuff like that too. Have you ever watched any of that footage?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah. I'm always trying to catch something.
Yeah,
because I was just thinking, the story kind of changes a little bit.
Does it?
Sure.
You just
the one thing I've noticed is like how we always hear the story about Linda Blair coming in and they talk about the masturbation scene. It didn't seem like it was very predominant in like the early 70s when, or the late 70s when the question came up on Linda Blair being cast for Reagan McNeil. But in one of my books, it's dated 74. Mm-hmm. It's mentioned again, the masturbation question, but it wasn't with Reagan. It wasn't with Linda Blair. It was with some 9-year-old.
Oh,
Friedkin mentions. So it's the same story, but he says it was a 9-year-old who didn't read the book. And I think, hold on a second. You know what? I'm just sitting right next to my stash of books. It was in this one here. And I probably got the page saved. The story behind The Exorcist. This one. It's going to be one of my. This one's going to be one of my recommended books.
Cool.
It's an easy read. It's easy to look up information. It's going to be kind of a toss up between that and possibly Out of the Shadows.
Right.
That's another one. So if you don't get one, get the other one. If possible.
Yeah.
There are books out there that are just garbage books. I actually found one on Linda Blair and her life. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, whoever wrote it, when it came to The Exorcist, somehow they got Jason Miller and James Mason mixed up. And said it was James Mason playing Father Karras.
Whoops.
I was like, what? I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about this one. This one's going in the garbage soon enough. I'm going to down this book. Don't get the book. Whoever wrote it didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, you should talk about some of that stuff too.
Yeah, I was going to do that. I mean, it's always that stuff that's like in the back burner. But then I'm still trying to get over the Exorcist stuff, the original, and move into like the Heretic and Exorcist 3 and Legion and all that. I want to try to make that move, but I really want to get that miniseries video out of the way.
Yeah,
I've been working on that forever.
Yeah,
I really want to get it out there. So it's been like it's been a nice break with the trailer.
Right.
So it's like I didn't have to think about it anymore. I've got notes written down. I'm always looking at trying to correct my narrations. I had to rewrite that thing about 15 times so far.
Yeah.
I've only got like 3 pages.
Breaks help a lot, actually, when you're doing this kind of stuff.
It's been a month and I've only got the.
Yeah. I appreciate that you take a lot of time, though, because your videos are so well put together. You know,
and there's that, like the items. I want to cover items. I kind of wish I had gotten a video of the little what is this? I don't even know what they call these anymore. It used to be a thermos. Now they're a food jar.
What?
So I bought this. Yeah, they call it food jar. And I was trying to find a remember the old lunch boxes that came with the thermos?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like I haven't been able to find anything like that anymore. And so I needed something that would fit my Exorcist lunchbox.
Right.
And so I couldn't find a thermos or a food jar that looked like from The Exorcist. So what I did was,
it sounds weird.
So what I did was I got this green one, and I printed off like a vinyl, the vinyl stickers.
Yeah.
Long enough and sized it so it'd fit on there. So it's got this on it now.
Oh, cool.
So I tried to keep that with, I made this up in Photoshop, printed it off, and I think it came out pretty good.
Everyone's going to be looking for that now on Amazon.
Oh, no, it's on Amazon. Got to go to Linda Blair World Foundation.
So cool.
Linda Blair World Foundation, and she'll sign it and send it.
That's very cool. You can actually do stuff like that. You know, they're making gadgets now. They're like $7,000, but like machines where you can like print on the thermoses or on the. Yeah, very expensive.
I went the cheap route.
You can do that at home.
Mine's an inkjet printer, and I just printed it off and tried to get the size right and cut it straight and wrapped it around, and I'm just gonna call it good.
Yeah. $100
work out for me. Yeah. I ain't gonna sell it. No. I'd do a video. You know, this was nice. The DIY videos are usually pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Junebug says Friedkin is underrated, and he did the French Connection too. Yes, he certainly did. Well, underrated, I think also because it was such a long time ago that he was working and active and that kind of thing, right?
Right, and it's like this is the one that they were complaining about it getting edited and cutting scenes because of certain problematic scenes.
French Connection?
That there was a worry that, like when you go on streaming, they've actually got scenes cut.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, there was a decision made. And then there's also the thought if a new print came out, like on DVD, they would have the cut version and you wouldn't be able to get. It's like, make sure you get a hard copy of movies that you would probably be deemed problematic. So yeah, I went out and I got an old copy of French Connection, to keep it because, to me, it's like art. It's part of the time, if they said certain things and that's what was going on. And it's funny to think about that because there are magazines. It just blew me away. I'm gonna show you something here. Give me a second.
Sure.
I was actually looking up some stuff on Elkie Summers. If you remember the video I did on Elkie Summers, whether Chris McNeil knew Elkie Summers, I wanted to find out what was going on with this house. And I was able to locate some of the magazines that covered, had the articles in it from back then.
Okay.
Give me a second. I've actually got it back here. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Sure. Wow, that's awesome. Have you had that forever?
Let's see. What am I doing this?
That's cool. I'd love to have that magazine.
Let me see which ones. Got my earbuds mixed up. I didn't know what I was doing. Now, this is a magazine from 1966.
Okay.
And what's one of the first things you see on this cover?
Elkie Summer.
No, middle
Haunted
one.
House.
Must Negroes use violence? You would never see that now. You would never see that now.
Wow.
But it was kind of pretty much a norm on a magazine back then.
Right. Yeah.
And so a lot of this stuff that's happening, it's like all these old movies, they can be deemed problematic and what did they call them? The synth. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I like Blazing Saddles.
Mhm.
I'm going to go out and buy a copy before it's gone,
Right.
or find that one book that you enjoy that may be censored.
Right.
I'll go try to locate that before that happens. That's one of the reasons also why I started buying a lot of the old TV shows. Like I don't know if you remember the Richard Pryor show.
Yep.
I went out and got that because
Yep.
that's probably gonna be gone. You
Gone.
probably would
Yeah.
never find it. And it's
Yep.
funny because when they made the mention of the French Connection being censored, there was like this uprise of people buying hard copies of it, like DVDs and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I hit that real quick.
Yeah. It's sad getting old, right? I think it's sad. Makes me sad.
Yeah, I don't like talking about it.
Yeah. like I was mentioning Ellen Burstyn, right? We were talking about that on the last live stream, and half the people didn't. They're like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? What?" They don't even know who she is. They didn't realize that's who Chris McNeil is.
Right.
And I was like,
Right.
"Oh my god!" Suddenly, that right there made me feel old. Like I just was like, if that part of my life, like people don't even remember it now, like do you feel all alone? You know?
Oh yeah. It's something to see her in her older films too, like The Last Picture Show.
Right.
And one of my favorites was Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Right.
I really liked that movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day. Yeah. So it's cool seeing her in this movie, I think. If she wasn't in this, I don't know if I would be as excited about it, to be honest with you. Because
there's been people I've read comments where, why is she in this?
Oh, I'm so glad she is. I'm glad she is. Because I don't want it to just be another like an Evil Dead Rise or Pope's Exorcist with, I don't know.
Yeah, I really buy that Russell
CGI in
Crowe
this
is Father of
Mort.
Mort. I'm going to guess they probably needed star power for the Pope's Exorcist. Can you imagine trying to find somebody that looked like Father of Mort?
Yeah.
I don't think Ed Asner's around anymore, but
yeah.
I thought it was like, yeah, use Ed Asner. But yeah, if they had Linda Blair, I'd almost guess that for her to be in the film, she'd probably want a big donation on her foundation.
Do you think she would do it? Do you think
if they gave her, think about where all that money's going. She's always trying to get donations for her what do they call it? World Heart Foundation.
Yeah,
I've actually bought a few of her mugs and some of the autograph stuff.
Yeah,
I've got a shirt somewhere. I've actually got an Exorcist 2 shirt. Don't hate me. But at the bottom, it's like it says lindablair.com, so it's okay.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Had it been from somewhere else, yeah, you don't want to do
that. I hope that she does make an appearance in one of these 3 films, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's very possible.
We saw a picture of her. There's a picture
hanging in a window. That's as close as they get, and they just kind of like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, there you go. I just don't want to see her character being played by somebody else. I don't want to see that. I think that would be.
When they had that weird one, I think it was Olivia Markham. I thought she was going to play like a younger Reagan in flashbacks or something.
Right.
I didn't know they were going to try to possess 2 kids with 1 stone.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's, yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, I think we're both kind of sitting on the fence. We're really excited to see it, but we don't know. We don't know if it's going to be a good film or not.
Well, it's a trailer. That's the thing. It's like there's been trailers out there that didn't even have some of the scenes in the film.
Yeah, that's true. So,
I mean, they could have just made the trailer just to make for the trailer, the scenes that I doubt that happened here, but
right.
And it's got me curious if they're going to try to take that route where they're at real locations and recognize them as real locations like they did in the first film.
Right.
To me, it'd be a big departure if they start making up places.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because then it just kind of ends up in that realm, or
right.
in the little world of make believe.
Right. Yeah.
But yep.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff that I want to do. What do you have on your plate? What do you have?
I just dropped a video today of an interview I did with the Night Watch Zone that is very lovely.
I haven't watched that. I started it and then had some stuff going on. I still need to finish that one.
Yeah, that one, and I did one with Planet CHH. That's good too, but these are longer videos. I tried to keep them to half an hour, but people like chatting with me, so it goes longer.
Sure.
You know.
Oh,
so
you know what?
longer.
I ordered a coffee mug from your merch.
You did?
I'm gonna get a Ocean Chicks film coffee mug. It says live on the bottom. I'm still waiting on it, and I got a spot for it over here in my shelf.
Oh, thank you.
You're gonna sit right next to my Linda Blair roller boogie cup.
Yay! I'm famous. I'm famous. I'm the new Linda Blair. Oh my god.
Depending on how much stuff I start gathering, because this is just strictly the Exorcist stuff, the first film.
Right. Yeah.
And I plan on getting more stuff for like number 2 and number 3. So this might fill up. And
I'm
depending
sure it will.
on how, of course, I'm just going to leave all my mugs on this side. And I've got some cups and whatnot. A lot of Exorcist cups. I've actually got an Exorcist, and then an Exorcist 2, and then an Exorcist 3 mug.
Nice.
And then you'll probably be down. Your mug will probably be down with the Linda Blair World Foundation stuff.
Nice. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Connecting to my activism as well.
It's funny. It'll be one shelf for like YouTubers in merch. I don't know if Gore. I don't know if Gore has a cup.
I don't know. I don't think so.
The Gore mug.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Junebug mug.
Junebug, do you have merch? Drop your merch link.
I don't know if I will see it in theaters. It's kind of just looking like a renter.
Is that saying that about an official?
Hey, let's just hope that Ellen Burstyn is still around for the next film if she makes
gosh, yeah,
she's like 90, 91.
Is she really?
Yeah,
she looks fantastic for that age. Wow.
Who else did was Christopher Lee. I couldn't believe how old he was.
Wow. Hey, buddy dude who loves movies, what's up? Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Thank you so much.
Roadhouse.
What is he saying? Having mech is fun, but it is sad when you never see.
Karen is Reagan.
Oh, merch. Yeah. Karen is Reagan. Exorcist Karen.
Karen McNeil.
The Exorcist ... Karen is the third film in the trilogy.
Exorcist Chicks films.
Yeah. Hey, that's got a
Six.
ring to it. Yeah.
You're gonna do it. Do you do like a t-shirt with like the light coming down?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like a silhouette.
Oh, funny. I can't drop a like. I'm not a moderator. You can like the video. Junebug? What are you talking about? Maybe drop a link. Do you have merch, you mean? Okay, everybody go subscribe to Junebug Films. Not to Echo, because Echo's not nice to me, so.
What?
Echo and I have a rolling joke going on. It's all good. You're funny. Yeah, and I've got a couple more. Oh, I got so much stuff almost tentatively lined up that's going to happen. So 2 actor, director people that I'm potentially going to do interviews with, and another content creator, a YouTuber, but it's in the works still. I got to work that out. So those things are going to happen. And then a whole whack of movie reviews that I got to get caught up on. But, there's only so much time in the day.
Yeah, that's true. Or the night.
Oh, there you go. Echo posted it. Junebug Films. Thanks, Echo. Junebug says he's always nice. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Junebug. Okay.
IR always nice.
We are going to let Berinvonn go because we went way over time. And thank you for doing this because I've been waiting for this for so long to be able to see that trailer. And
Yeah, it's about time they put that out, huh? I mean, we got the Five Nights at Freddy's trailer before this.
Yeah. So hopefully there'll be more too coming. I mean, we have a ways to go yet, but
yeah, I heard there's supposed to be a like an adult version of Barney the dinosaur.
Seriously?
Yeah, what's that all about?
Yikes! I'll be skipping that one.
Yeah, I don't know who's putting that one out.
Yikes! But yeah,
Zol. There we go.
Funny. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. And we will see you guys really soon.
Yeah, hopefully we can do another possible trailer reaction, or when the film comes out, especially.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sit there and we'll have that face like. No, I want to really do a trailer reaction and have popcorn in hand.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do like a DIY a popcorn bowl, an Exorcist one or something. Popcorn container. You know, like how they have those metal ones? That would be really cool.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it. You just
no telling. You know, they probably have that at the theater or something like that for Exorcist Believer. I could see that happening.
Maybe
like limited edition or something.
It'd be cool if they did. Who knows though? Hard to say.
I would want to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I'll probably put that those top 5 books. I'll probably do a video like that. It should be fairly easy.
Yep.
And
discussing
that. And I'll probably use StreamYard for that. And
yep.
It'd be easy and simple and easy peasy. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, have a great night. And yeah, you'll be coming back for sure. So you guys stay tuned for that.
Hey.
Bye.
Right, well,
have a good night.
It was nice having me on here. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, so anytime. You're always welcome anytime.
I want to, when we do another video, I want to make sure to have my cup in hand so I can show off my Ocean Film.
That's so nice of you that you did that.
So I'm still waiting for that.
My tumbler came and it's really good quality. I was really impressed with it.
Did you already show it off?
I did, yeah.
Can we see it one more time?
Where do I have
Is that okay?
it? Hang on.
Okay.
I forget where I have it.
Pazuzu hit it.
I'll have to show you. I'll show you guys next time. I can't remember where I put it.
It's going to be like, how did it end up in Reagan's hand?
Yeah. I'll show you guys next time. I've got pictures
Those
of
arms look like they actually went higher. I'm not sure. Don't make me think about it. So hopefully I get this got my room a little bit better set up, because I wanted to redirect the camera so you can actually see like the stuff in the back. And I got to handle something with the lighting. If anybody has any suggestions, because I get a lot of glare and nobody can actually see what I've got on the wall. You know, if you're looking at where Reagan is here, there's a picture of Linda Blair from The Heretic when she's like the Pazuzu Reagan from toward the end of the film. She's up here, but looking at you know what's coming up on the camera, there's so much glare happening right there. You can't make out what in the world that is. You can see my Reagan head sitting up here with my cap on. She's wearing the Exorcist cap. Yeah. Yeah. It almost looks like the real Linda Blair now.
Yeah.
She needs is that she almost looks like she needs that the whole Linda Blair Foundation hat that she wears, you know, about having the dogs and all that.
Yeah. You just need the strip lights, then turn off your regular lights, have just those shining, and then a ring light on you or something is what will.
I don't like the idea of the ring light.
No.
Just because when I'm looking at a certain way, you can see it just kind of reflecting out of my glasses.
True.
And it would be nice to not wear glasses, but I can't see anything.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
So
but you could also get those
farsighted, but I just can't see anything like on the screen. So,
but you can do ring, like you could have 2 ring lights on either side of you that are not directly hitting you in the face.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and then the strip lights at the top, like the top of your ceiling, like at the edge of the top or around your but usually that's how people do it.
Okay.
And then you shut your overhead light
Yeah,
off.
some people I've seen so many nice backgrounds and rooms.
Yeah.
Yours is really nice. I
Thank
like the
you. I
red
just got extra
especially.
strip lights.
It's like,
Yeah.
why can't I have a room like that?
All I have is those strip lights. I have them stuck on the window here and on my shelf. That's it.
Yeah,
And
one
I
of these days we got to do like the whole room scope or something like that. You know, we all look at each other's rooms.
see, I
Because
can make it blue.
right now I've got the magazines behind me,
Mhm.
like figures and whatnot. Here's another little DIY I did. Hold on.
Okay.
PS4 controller.
Oh yeah, that's cool. You showed me that before.
This
That's
kind of
really
makes me
cool.
think of like dripping vomit buttons or something like
That's
that.
cool.
But I wanted to do another one of those, but in like do it like a video, like every step.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. That would be kind of neat.
Yeah. I should deck out my drone with that stickers like that. That would be cool. My Exorcist drone. See, I changed them blue. So they come on a
Oh,
remote
wow.
control.
Okay.
And there's all the different colors. Like you could do orange, yellow, pink, anything you
It's
want.
like on a remote.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. Comes with a remote plug. You plug them in. And you can change colors, or you can have it like the colors transforming like to all the different colors or pulsing or different functions
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
like a whole bunch of stuff that's still in here that I need to get rid of, and I'll probably get rid of that before I start working on lights.
Right. Yeah. But
So
like I
I'll
say,
go
very,
that
very
route.
simple. There's lots of lighting, but I find this one the most inexpensive and easy to work with, really. So anyway. But yeah. Anyways, on that note, I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
And yeah, have a great night. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
I can have you on one of my live
Sure.
things once I kind of figured things out a little bit better.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So that would
I'm
be
up for
fun.
it. Yeah.
I want to try to establish the room a little bit better before I do that.
Yeah.
That way it's kind of like a more comfortable zone.
Yeah.
Now it's just like all over the place. I'm actually sitting here with like 2 TV trays in the middle of the room.
Yeah,
So
well,
I've got like a desk, but it's like covered with everything else.
I have this new microphone arm. Can't see it very well. But I had this set up and it didn't come with the clamp that holds it to the table, and I literally had it duct taped to the table before. And then I had to order the
I used to
It
use
works.
like the one on the tripod and it comes down like a boom mic almost.
Yeah.
I still have that, but I like the one I got. It's that Yeti brand.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
I usually do pretty good with that, especially when I'm doing like the narrations.
Yeah.
So do I sound okay on this one?
You
I
sound
can
good.
hear
Yeah.
like I said, I can only hear myself. And then I notice when I'm too far away, it's like it doesn't pick up as well. So I'm trying to figure out that sweet spot.
Yeah. It sounds good. I think you sound
Good.
good. And you could just watch the playback after too and see how you sound.
I'll watch it and it'll be like,
No. They were responding to you, so they can hear you.
yeah, I read something like, we can hear you. Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, that happens sometimes
So,
too.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. I'll let you
Have
go.
a good night.
And I could probably watch this later and go, oh God, what did I do that for?
No.
What did I make that face? Yeah, that's the other thing I got to do. I got to practice my my reaction faces for my thumbnails for the future trailer reactions that I have. You know,
Yeah.
God,
That's
I can't
fun.
stand it. I really can't. You know, it's
It's
we
awkward. You'll
talked
get
about it when we
used to
started off.
it.
I can't do that. I can't. I'm not going to be scared at any of these trailers, Roy. I can't do it.
You'll get
It's too
used to it. You'll
hard.
have fun with it. You'll see.
You know, I probably would like make like a fake, like do a face like, and then just make it look like a cutout and just hold it.
Well, you can edit stuff with it. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
See?
that's what I was thinking of doing. I was like,
Get
no, I'm
creative
not gonna,
with
I'm
it
not
too.
gonna do this. I'm gonna post that
Yeah,
like
for sure.
myself on the trailer reaction on the thumbnail. I just left it like it is. I thought it was good enough, you know, for
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
It was effective. I liked that shot. It was that like the last one of the last scenes in the trailer,
Mhm.
and all I did was flip the image, so I didn't know how Universal was when it came to using images from their trailers. I hear they're really anal
Yeah.
about trailers, so I'm just
They
counting my
are.
days. I'm counting my days.
It might be
Let's see what
fine.
they
You
say.
might be fine.
we
It's
we didn't
random.
authorize this trailer to be playing here.
Yeah, it's really, really random. Like I said, the Antichrist video that I did, yep, right away. Boom.
Oh, I don't. I really don't.
Copyright
Who
claim.
put that out? Was that Universal too?
I don't know.
I know it's like Nintendo's really anal about their stuff too. I've heard, and like okay, Universal and Nintendo. That's the two I've heard so far.
It could be anybody though. It could be anybody that just decides to make a claim.
Yeah, I've actually
You
had
know?
a couple of them, and it didn't even make sense, and I didn't even know who these people were. They
Yeah,
said that I
exactly.
used part of their song, and it was like this is like totally someone else playing this, you know, and it's their song.
That's why I got my friend Todd to do my little song for me, and that's his music and his song, and so.
Or does he do the voice too?
Yep, he did the voice too.
He's the
Yeah.
one that sounds like it came off of session 9.
Yeah, and he hated that actually. He was like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Nope, that's it. That's the one's perfect."
Simon.
Different. Yeah, I loved it.
Hello, Doc.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I did because I didn't want to have to deal with that anymore at all. So, because I found even some of the copyright free music on iMovie was getting nailed.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It said it was copyright. Well, I had a track that said it was copyright free, and it wasn't apparently.
No. The only thing you're safe with is the YouTube directory of music, and they have certain ones that are completely royalty free, and then they have ones that you have to give credit to the person. But they can come back at you 2 years later.
There's a few tracks that I've just taken and then just played it in reverse and used that.
Yeah.
Like the theme to the Exorcist TV show. I've got a copy of that, but it plays backwards.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of bizarre. So
yeah.
It sounds kind of bizarre. So yeah, I kept it.
Why not? You could sing. You could sing too if you wanted. Not the song, but you could make up your own song and sing. I don't know.
This is the song, la 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 la, Karen song. Ocean Chick Films, la 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 la, Karen song.
Elmo.
That could be for your new intro.
Okay, awesome.
Have some weird version of Elmo, but he's like a horror version.
Oh, my daughter's laughing. Okay. On that note, okay, we're going to bed.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah, it is.
It's probably not as late as where you're at. It's like 10 here.
11.
Yep.
11 here, so.
I'm going to finish my coffee and then shut things down.
Sounds good. You're drinking coffee? Oh my God.
I drink coffee all day. It doesn't do anything anymore.
I used to
I'd have to really have a strong cup. Well, I might switch off to like tea or something to help relax.
Yeah. Doesn't bother you though.
No.
No. You still sleep anyway.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I'm more of a night owl. I have to fight it.
Yeah. Like everybody on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all up. Well, these guys are all up. It's like 11, 12, 1, 2. It's 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, I had to actually look back and see if I was subscribed to Junebug Films, and apparently I wasn't. So it might have been my other channel. So I went back and so I'm subscribed to Junebug Films.
Cool. Or maybe even sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you from channels too.
I know. I hate that.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, why have I seen this video in a long time? And it's like, I'm not subscribed.
Is that like an interaction thing? If you're not interacting,
I think so.
Just kind of kick you out. That kind of thing.
Because they're not making the ads.
Well, sometimes it's like it's hard to like, especially your work or something. You want to see a video and you got to wait till later. And then with me, it's like I'm senile, so I forget about it.
Yeah. No,
unless it's like constantly being reminded on. It's like okay, I can watch it now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Have a good night.
She's like, okay, get off.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.